Okay, this is an episode about Craggy Wash in Arizona. This is BLM lands out here. Free camping for up to 2 weeks. It's November 8th, and I was camping just outside of Flagstaff, and tonight it's dropping down to 8 degrees. So that whole area of Arizona, Flagstaff and north is the Grand Canyon, is starting to go into the deep freeze finally. It was very nice. It was up in the 60s and 70s as of a week or two ago, but I saw the writing on the wall, so I took a 3.5 hour drive to get here to the Craggy Wash, which is at Lake Havasu City on the Colorado River. It's only going to be dropping down into the 40s here. It was in the 60s during the day, or low 70s. About 30 degrees warmer here than Flagstaff, 3 hours east of here. It's because you're going from 7,500 feet around Flagstaff down to 1,000 feet of elevation, or even a little bit lower. So you're dropping 6,000 feet in elevation, so the temperature goes way up. I did one other episode of Craggy Wash. If you want to see that, just check out my YouTube channel, Eagle Eric, and then you can click playlists. I finally got that working. I had about 60 or 70 videos in there, and so I wanted to organize. I made playlists, and in there, look for free camping. You should be able to see the other episode I did on Craggy Wash about a year ago. Now, this is one of the hottest places in Arizona, and from here all the way down to Yuma, heading south to the Mexico border, this is probably the hottest zone in Arizona. It goes right parallel to the Colorado River, heading towards Mexico. Anyway, it's a dry wash, and they call it Craggy Wash. But they get no rain, so you really don't have to worry about camping in this wash. Now I'm camped right down here. I'm pulling out in the morning. I just got here yesterday. Just did a stop, and then I'm heading down to Quartzsite, which is about another hour and a half south on 95 to get down to Quartzsite. And well, here's somebody looking for a campsite. It's Sunday, so it's kind of hard. Hey, he saw me. I waved to him. He waved back. So apparently he couldn't find any campsites up there. You could basically pull over anywhere. Some of the sites are way off the road. My site's right next to the road. Like I say, I hadn't planned on staying here more than a couple days, so it didn't really matter to get it. I didn't really need a secluded spot. There's a couple more campers. I don't know, a few hundred yards down that way. I'm way up this wash. If you go down about a half a mile, you'll start seeing a lot more campers. Down even a mile. Now, okay, to get to this BLM road, and I forget the number, but it's real easy to find. Just when you get to Lake Havasu City, look for their airport, and on the northern, that's right along Route 95, and the northern part of the airport, as soon as you see that fence end for the airport property, if you're heading north, right on the right hand side, you're going to see a dirt road going in, and that's the beginning of Craggy Wash. And you'll see a sign, BLM sign. I got to get out of the wind here because it's also starting to drizzle. Anyway, you'll see a sign as soon as you pull in, and it'll say Craggy Wash, so you'll know you're in the right spot. Let me get out of the wind here. And then it says the beginning of camping, you have to go up this dry wash here a mile before you can legally camp. And there's, it's a dirt road. The road's pretty good, you know, a little rocky in spots, a couple of sandy areas, but I don't believe you need four-wheel drive. It's pretty good. I've never seen anyone get stuck, even regular cars and stuff. So anyway, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, the other thing about Lake Havasu City, back in the 1960s, a wealthy millionaire, the London Bridge, they had to repair it, and they decided just to tear it down because I think it was built in the 1600s or something, and they decided to just build a whole new London Bridge. And a wealthy millionaire from America, they decided they were going to sell it, believe it or not, and this wealthy millionaire from the USA bought the London Bridge, and I think he got it for like $2 million. It's kind of crazy, the whole thing, that London would, you know, the town or whoever, the government, that they would sell the most historic bridge probably in the world. So he dismantled it, shipped it all overseas to here, Lake Havasu City, and it took a few years to rebuild it. And the rebuilding part actually cost another, I think, $5 or $6 million. So anyway, the London Bridge is actually here. So you can go down there. There's little boat tours. You can walk over the bridge, which goes over the Colorado River. So anyway, heading to quartzite. Not because it's warmer down there. It's about the same temperature, but I want to get my pass. They have a permit, BLM. They're called LTVA permits. And they're good at like 6 different LTVAs, long-term visitor areas, both in Arizona and California also has a few. And that one permit, you can go to any of those 6, I believe it's 6 or 8 LTVAs. For $180, that's good. That permit from September 15th of this year till April 15th, 2021. So I'm going to pay them $180. That includes free camp, and you can stay on the exact same spot for that whole 7 months if you're there for that 7-month period, or if you're there just for a few months. And then that also includes dumpsters for your garbage. That includes free well water, good clean drinking water, and also there's dump stations at most of them, not all of them, but most of the LTVAs have a dump station for your gray and black water tanks. So you can't beat that. Yeah, 180 for a total of 7 months. So anyway, that's where I go for the winter time. I did a few episodes. You can check those out also on my YouTube channel, Eagle Eric. And I'm signing off. Hope you enjoyed this episode.